welcome back everyone once again to the 2025 Rocket City Blast presented by Westside Disc. It is moving day and we've got the back half of round 2 coming your way from the MPO Lead Card here in Huntsville, Alabama. We have switched venues to the Sunshine Oaks location. Of course, it's not really living up to its name though today, is it, Conrad?
Not a lot of sunshine. There are some oaks and there is disc golf happening here, so we'll call it a win on the most part. Take a look at the front 9 leaderboard. We see that Benjamin Wagner has worked his way up. He is tied with JJ, a few holes ahead of him. And we also see that Braden and Grady are trying to work their way back up into the mix.
Yeah, quite a lot of disc golf still left here on this back half. We're going to start things off with a par 4, 535 feet, hole 10, low ceiling to contend with throughout most of this hole here as you get past the last third or so. You see these trees kind of define the ceiling coming into this green. Relatively straight shot overall, pushing past this short pin, getting towards the back area here. This green though, sloped on the front, sloped on the back, so speed control kind of paramount here to leave yourself in position for what's a relatively easy birdie for this field, as this one is playing nearly a stroke under par, 0.84 under par.
It is the easiest hole on the course for the day, so
a little bit wide there for JJ, but that should open up some different lines for him. This one pushing really far right for Calvin.
Yeah. I feel like there were just other players over there playing a different hole.
Whoa. Yeah, the next hole is on the spine. It tees off to the right of the pin, and that's way up there. He's on the spine of the hill.
Look at this move Zach's putting on this.
Filtered through that tree, just does there, coming back out, so he'll have a relatively simple approach left to get up and down for a birdie look. I guess these guys really prefer that right side.
And I can't tell his aiming point ever.
Whoa.
Oh, he's over the spine.
That's a smash. Yeah, we talked about it briefly during the front 9, how he kind of lines his body up from right to left on the tee pad and then fires across his body at the right side. That's a fantastic shot there for JJ.
Great touch, too.
Looking for some slide up that hill. Doesn't quite get a lot of slide, but that's going to be inside the circle there for Zach.
Close enough.
There you see the tee pad for 11.
He made his shot just a little bit more difficult on himself, but he's able to get there. He should be able to take that down for easy bird.
Yeah.
Now Calvin, he has a look at the eagle here.
Little half bit at it.
Yep.
There were 2 eagles on the day on this hole. One of them we talked about briefly storming up the leaderboard. That is Braden Sides.
Okay.
And Derek Johnson, who got an eagle on a different hole, I believe it was yesterday. It was the only eagle on one of the holes.
Oh, yeah. Round 1, yeah.
He is back making an appearance on the eagle list once again on this one. I have a couple of tap-in birdies left for these guys.
Yeah, it's kind of what you expect. Look, the easiest hole on the course. If the lead card isn't getting it, then someone's slightly off. But everyone has made good on their birdie bids for hole 10.
Hole 11, pretty stock hyzer for these guys with a little bit of small landing area to get yourself the birdie look. It's a straight hyzer or straight shot here with something relatively stable mid-range that's going to finish over to your left-hand side as the basket and green are kind of tucked away inside of the tree line there with a little bit of a cutout. But when do you expect these guys to be able to line up and get themselves a look for the 2 on this hole?
You're playing almost a half a stroke less than par. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I have questions.
Not his intended throw.
No.
Slipped out during his warm-up routine.
Yeah.
he could have spoken to his card mates and say there was no intent to throw as the rule says.
Yeah.
And they could have discussed it, but he just accepted it.
Okay.
And walked on and took that as his throw.
Wow.
Not the first time that's ever happened. The first time we've had it happen on one of our cards.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, Grady Shue, it had something similar happen to him.
Talk about that shot, though, right there. It's under the basket. That's
beautiful.
A great shot for a lefty.
Yeah. High degree of difficulty there for Zach, making it look very easy.
Not only have we had it happen, you were speaking about it happening with Grady, but did it not happen with you at one point as well?
It did happen to me in a tournament.
Yeah.
And I discussed it with my card mates. I said, and I had set the expectation that my run-up and my practice routine was the same for the first, I think, 11 holes or something leading up to it. It came out early. Didn't go quite as far as that, but I discussed with my card mates that was part of my warm-up routine. It was not the intent to throw. They agreed, and they let me go ahead and not count that as a stroke. But that was a great save there for JJ, not letting it get to him. There used to be a rule where I think it was 5 meters or something it had to go past before it was considered a throw. That is no longer the issue. Now it's just considered whether or not there was intent to actually execute a throw. Hopefully that doesn't come back to
Calvin.
Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite JJ there. As he's going to be, I think, the only one not getting the birdie on this hole.
Yeah, it appears that way.
57% of the field getting birdie on this.
Yep, again, playing as one of the easier holes on the day is something that he definitely would be able to birdie without question.
Yeah.
So,
just a strange one. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on that one.
It's your time to hit a fairway once, just one time. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back. Hole 12. This one, par 3, 351 feet. Very specific shot. You need a left to right turning shot, moving left of this tree, and then slowly moving down this fairway here, finishing more on the right-hand side. It's a technical one that requires a very accurate turnover or pushing forehand, but the left side comes up pretty quick, and it is thick in there. It's not somewhere you want to be. Not really OB in there, but it does play as natural OB as you're going to lose at least a stroke coming out of there. Wants it moving right, gets knocked down by
by the trees, yeah.
Tops of the canopy there.
I'm laughing because I just don't know. I never know which.
Oh no, I think the lefty backhand was the play.
I think so too. Okay.
Ooh,
oh,
knocked
no.
down early too as well.
So is there a play to get there with there being a lack of ground play? Because when I look at this, that's the first thing I'm looking for is that get down to miss that, but then still moving forward. But
if there was dry ground, I think a snap roller would be a really good play from the backhand. But I just don't know with these conditions how you push. Grady Shue, I think, got the birdie on this. Hole 12. I mean, it played almost exactly to par. 2.99, and you see these guys kind of... Unless there's a throw in here, it's going to be hard to get the two. Let's take a look here. Zach kind of... First, he's trying to get to and navigate to his actual disc, which is a task in and of itself.
We talked about natural OB. This is the definition.
Yeah, it's very thick in there. As you can see, he finally makes his way to it.
Looks like he's going with a roller play out. Oh, man.
Just gets eaten up by that water.
It would have rolled so much closer.
Yeah. A little approach shot here.
Get in. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how you birdie it.
So that's how you birdie it.
Okay.
The toss in there for Isaiah Morgan with the zone that he just bought the day before. Unbelievable.
So the only thing that's more impressive than that is
An ace. Tanner Traglia with the ace here on hole 12. Don't know how you did it, Tanner. If it was a skipper, if it was an air shot, if it was a forehand or a backhand, whatever it was, incredible. Vessie's doing work again here for Zach.
almost getting in there, getting knocked down. Yeah, someone saw that. I need to see in the comments someone describe what happened with this shot that aced this hole. That had to just be spectacular.
Yeah. Long bid. A little right there for Calvin. I'm genuinely surprised that there was 19% birdies on this hole.
You sure you got the right hole pulled up for the right course on the right day? That's a lot.
It is. Hole 12, day 2.
Okay. Obviously see the pars. The birds just have to do so much.
Yeah, 62% par rate. And then 17% bogey or worse on the day. So, like we said, playing pretty much exactly to par.
Hey, we saw a little bit of everything on this card here.
Yeah,
The
we really
birdie,
did.
the par, the bogey.
Hole 13, a 538-foot par 4 with a very tight opening that you need to navigate with a low ceiling. There's also a little bit of a cheater gap up the top right-hand side. There's a window there to possibly push a hyzer out into the opening. They need to get past these last two sets of trees here, either straight through, you got a little bit of hyzer line, or a forehand line to get up to this wide open green. But navigating the first step here, getting out of that gap, is first on the list.
You say there's a window. I don't see no window.
I don't see it either, but
That's not it, is it?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Push
Okay.
way out there. And getting out into the open, so he'll take out a lot of the danger by just putting it out in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Calvin looking up towards it as well.
Okay, that's a big window.
Clips a late branch
okay.
here. It's going to take off some of the steam and lands right by the trees. Almost, almost aces the short pin.
Oh.
That's too early left. Yep.
Alrighty, forehand here.
Right by the tree there.
It's going to give him a little awkward stand. Is that a root or a branch?
That was a branch. So you can move that. JJ just fighting to get back out to get in position to save the par. Just wants to center this somewhere out here in the middle of the green. Going to be just short of those trees there.
Should give him a viable up and down to get to the basket. That'll do.
Yeah, good touch there. Calvin with the forehand approach.
Great shot there. I think I hear a little bit of rain falling again.
Yeah, the rain is making an appearance once again.
Ooh.
Saucy little soft approach there. Did want to shout out 2 eagles on the day. Ethan Bishop getting it. And I just lost it. There we go. Jonas Zupanik. Hope I didn't butcher that name too badly. Good par there after that early hit for JJ. Yeah, you can see the rain a bit more pronounced here. That one just sneaks over the top for Calvin, but it is a birdie nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. We got another birdie there from Isaiah.
So 3 birdies on the day. This hole played relatively soft for the field, 0.4 under par, 45% birdie rates. Move on to a more difficult hole, hole 14, par 4, 628 feet. Mandatories on both the left and right hand side. The right one on that tree, the left one pole. Just want to punch something straight into the shorter tree stack here, and then kind of pick a gap either right or left. Up and over, not really a play unless you're well short to give yourself that type of look, but you're really just navigating this little forest here to get through on your second shot. You can see the rain really coming down now. So you're crunching this one. Makes the Mando on the right. Let's see what his options looks like from there.
Campbell putting the same type of move on his.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets a little kick to the left, more to the center, I guess.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily a good thing. You almost want to be either right or left of center. The alleys kind of open up a bit more those ways. This is pushing left, and that has missed the Mando. JJ up last. Oh, that's a lot of angle, and
that missed as well?
That missed it right, yep.
Alright, so he's going to the drop zone.
There's 2 drop zones depending on which Mando you missed.
Right.
So if you missed the right Mando, you go there. Left Mando by the other pole.
So trying to go up and over, avoiding some of the trees. Trying to work his way towards the basket. Doesn't quite get all the way there, but he'll have a look to pitch up.
Zach by the second drop zone here on the left side.
Backhand, he kind of turns that over to the trees there, so he falls down a little bit early as well.
Yeah. Calvin going spike forehand over the top.
That's not what I was expecting, but okay. Let's see how that works. And another tombstone inside the circle. Behind the tree, we'll see what he has. But he has long limbs. He can reach out around trees and putt if needed. Oh.
Almost snuck it all the way through. Unfortunately, a late hit on a tree there. It's up some back over towards the left. Zach with a long approach. Does well to keep it close. That same zone that Isaiah just threw in with a couple of holes ago.
I look disappointed in that, but it's not too far off.
He should be inside of 20. C2 bid coming up here for JJ.
And off just a little bit to the left. It may have made his comebacker a little bit more difficult depending on how that ceiling looks over there. It looks kind of low. Oh. And Calvin gets around the tree but misses the basket to the right, so he's going to be over there in the brush as well.
Good putt
Ceiling
there.
did not affect JJ whatsoever.
Yeah, strong putt once again for JJ, putting it home for the bogey after the missed Mando.
Oh, wow.
Great
wow.
putt. Little nose up spinner underneath the low ceiling.
High difficulty.
Yeah, very nicely executed there.
Low room for error in there. That's gets in for his par.
And Zach with the missed Mando will also card the bogey, unfortunately. A little bit of a blip in the radar there, bringing him to 19 down overall for the tournament. back. We are here at hole 15, a par 3, 307 feet. These two trees define the main part of the gap that you're going to need to hit off the tee here. Once you get past those, the tree on the right is a little bit of a low ceiling to contend with. You want something that's going to push straight and then finish back up slightly uphill to the left-hand side. Mid-rangers or fairway drivers are the play here to get yourself the look for the birdie, one that I would expect these guys to be able to dial up here. Needs a little bit of lift, and that'll give him a look.
That's fine. Having not been to this park, but watching these guys play,
Ooh, I like that.
That's nice.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah. And just watching the holes, it doesn't seem, I haven't been bored yet. Like, there hasn't been just a repetitive same shot, or anything like that happens. It seems like a very diverse course. It's something that would be worthwhile playing if passing through.
Mm-hmm. That one's going to be a little short there for Zach, leaving him an uphill bid for the birdie. JJ, that right side tree. Yeah, that low ceiling on that tree.
Didn't even see it off the tee.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen him putt from this distance, have we? It's quite a ways out. Circle
Pretty
2.
far back, yeah. Jump putt. It's a lot of angle.
Yeah. You've seen him putt from that distance, though, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Zach.
I've seen him make this putt left-handed and right-handed.
Oh,
man. Just high left.
Just low.
Yeah, touch low there for Isaiah, unfortunately. See Calvin's disc there just in front of JJ after that great drive. Actually, no, that's Zach's putter. Where is Calvin's drive?
Maybe just a little. It's right.
Is he closer?
Obviously, because he hasn't gone yet. There it is.
Wow, what a drive. On a forehand with the Firebird. And the only birdie on the card. It's a little surprising.
Yeah.
Only one birdie from this group. Before we move on to hole 16, much more attackable. Second easiest on the day. Par 4, 575 feet. Relatively wide open shot. From the tee here, you just want to get somewhere in between those two large trees if you can. You can also push the right-hand side as that is open and available airspace. Then finishing back over slightly left towards this pin. Out of bounds road really shouldn't come into play for these guys. Very attackable par 4 for them.
Calvin letting one rip out there. Going, I don't think you meant that far right.
Yeah, I don't.
But that is
fine. It gives them a very wide open second shot from being over there. It kind of takes out some of the plinko trees on the left out of play if you're further right. There it is again. That's following a similar line.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's part of their strategy is to be out there and have a second shot that's easier.
Yeah. This one driven to the left. A lot of
fight
angle.
Through the trees. Okay.
It does.
And JJ taking a line of his own, going more straight, driven towards the basket, just bailing out to the left just a bit should give him an easy, probably the closest up and down.
Yeah, he's that was close to, if not at 500. He's just outside of circle 2, it looks like.
Ooh.
Smooth the approach there for Arlinghaus. Oh, okay, a little further out. So he's probably about 90, maybe 80. A little chip up forehand there. Isaiah with that zone.
Trying to throw it in again.
Yeah. Pushing back towards that bush line.
Calvin.
Whoa.
Ooh. Trying to throw in as well.
A little bit of a downhill comebacker here for Morgan.
Not a problem.
It in for the birdie. Nicely done. You want to get 16 and 17. You'll see why 18 plays difficult. 16 and 17, your last two real opportunities to get some easy birdies before you close out this final round. This one coming in at a 71% birdie rate for the field.
Yeah, this is like the ideal par 4 that I'm talking about, that you have so much room for variety of shot. You know, it's not just you have to do this and you have to do that. You can do this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
And still score.
Hole 17, a 383-foot par 3. Distance not really an issue for these guys. It's a relatively stock straight to hyzer shot for them. Just need to beat the little trees on the right and the big tree on the left that's protecting the left side of the green itself. Pretty straightforward shot for these caliber players. I would expect all of them to be within birdie range here.
Nice swinging hyzer from Calvin.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely had the ace line.
Yeah. Settles in the circle as well at about 28 feet. Got a little bit of flip up to it. Now it's fading.
Splash down just outside the circle.
Yeah.
Zach going lefty backhand. Trying to split the trees there.
It's a difficult line. I like this though.
He's going to get indie ground play?
He does.
Oh, yeah.
Well inside the circle, just outside of bullseye for Zach Arlinghaus.
This looks good as well.
Yeah, late stability kicking and beautiful
Oh,
in
wow.
the bullseye. Fantastic shot there for JJ.
Now we have a chance for everyone here to get a bird. Isaiah up first.
Yes.
The longest look, and he buries it.
Yeah, C2 look there for the birdie. Calvin looking to keep it going. Trying to get to 20 down.
Nips the chain on the way by the basket. It's probably going to be another 20 feet out from the basket at this point.
That had some pace. Yeah, just inside of 20, probably
Yeah.
about 17-ish. Oh, no. We saw him start the day with the 4-putt. Had a couple of putts that we would expect him to make that he just has not connected on. This one, a 3-putt for the bogey, unfortunately. Dropping him down to 18, and you see our leaders all in the 20s or better. JJ with the birdie as well, bringing him to 21 in a tie with Arlinghaus.
Ben's a pro who spent $25 on his premium driver and threw it 413 feet, which means he spent about 6 cents per foot for his shot. Matt's a total noob, but he only spent $5 for his premium driver on discountdiscgolf.com. He throws his 213 feet, which means Matt only spent 3 cents per foot for his shot, making him the clear winner in this distance battle. Cheap discs are better. It's science.
Welcome back to the action. Hole 18 closing us out here. Par 3, 444 feet. Mandatory on that tree on the right-hand side. Need to be left of that Low ceiling to contend with, a little bit more open airspace on the left-hand side if you go in turnover line into this basket, out of bounds parking lot and road playing behind the pin as well. Difficult to access if you can't get a roller down in these conditions. We'll see how these guys are attacking it. I like the line, but the height just wasn't right. I like closing out on a difficult 18 though. This one's playing 0.21 strokes above par, so it makes you earn it coming down the stretch. Oh, that just got knocked straight down.
Yeah.
JJ looks like he's lining up a drag over and hyzer flex.
Just a little high as well. Kind of sneaks through and keeps going. All right, it's going to be a putt.
It is. Great drive.
Oh.
There you go. I knew somebody had to do it.
Okay. I saw him lining that up, and I'm like, nah, not that.
It's fading out, though, and
Ooh.
just stays safe there. Fading out left of the pin. Long look there. I had dry feet for the most part up until this hole. And
Your Vessies?
they were the Vessies. And at one point, you can't help but walk in water that's like shin deep. So the water got above the top of my Vessies, and at that point, all bets are off.
Yeah.
But I was very shocked and surprised that I'd made it 17 holes with relatively dry feet.
Ooh, good bit.
Yeah.
Hole reminds me of Cypress number 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ, the long bid here. This is for birdie. Stepping through and
Touches cage, but doesn't hold on to anything.
Zach. Calvin missed the putt earlier. JJ missed the putt earlier. This is the birdie look, or the par look for Zach.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's going to put him at 21, and he needed that to stay on lead card for tomorrow. You see them doing the math
Watching
here.
scores.
Yep.
Par.
Yeah, with Zach having the hot round, he has the tie overall with JJ, but because of the hot round for Zach, he will be back on lead card.
Oh, yeah, I see that they're tied there, but he shot 9.
Oh, man. Tough day, tough to watch for Calvin. We've seen the caliber player he is, and we know that he is solid. He's taken down an 8 here already in a loaded field. So
Yeah, normally this many missed putts is just
out of character for him, unfortunately. But some days they just be like that. But that's going to close it out here on moving day at the Rocket City Blast as we get ready to shift back to John Hunt.
taking a look at our card back 9 recap. We see that Isaiah had a clean back, no bogeys, no blemishes, putting him at 22 under total, which will secure his spot on lead card for the final day.
Yeah, there you see Grady Shue shooting up the leaderboard. Isaiah Morgan back. Clint Calvin having himself a day out here as well. And Zach Arlinghaus will be rounding out. JJ Campbell, Benjamin Widener, Braden Sides, all on that chase card. Still well within striking range, and anything that happens, we saw some hot scores over at John Hunt, so I would expect these guys on what is expected to be favorable conditions come out and shred. Definitely want to check it out. A lot of action still to come here in this final round. Big thank you to all of the sponsors that made this possible. Thank you, of course, to our Ace Runners over at patreon.com/AceRunPro for making coverage like this possible all year round. Appreciate all the support, guys, and we'll see you right back here for the final 9 from the Rocket City Blast.